All right. Okay, you guys, I'm having such a hard time with Facebook Live this morning. I have tried and started a few times. I finally think I've got it. So if you are watching, please let me know because that lets me know that it's working because I don't want to be talking to a camera that's not on. Um, how are you doing today? I hope that you are having the best week that you can. I know that it has been kind of a crazy week here at Hoffman Tutoring Group, and I hope that you have lots of fun, relaxing plans for the weekend. Today, we are talking all about gifting things to teachers. And so I want you to let me know what you're planning on gifting your child's teachers next week for teacher appreciation. Don't forget that it's teacher appreciation next week. And if you're looking for more ideas, that's what we're talking about today. So if you're not sure what you're going to get your child's teacher, be sure to watch all the way to the end. I'm going to keep it under 10 minutes because I know you're a busy person. And please let somebody else know if you think that this would be helpful for them. So I'm going to get my notes up here so that I remember all the great things that I'm planning to tell you guys. Um, and the biggest thing that I want you guys to remember when you are thinking about gifting things to the amazing teachers in your child's life is that it's cool to be kind. I got a little sign here. I know it's dorky, but it's true. Um, Teachers have worked super hard this school year doing virtual learning and hybrid learning and asynchronous days and all of that to keep your kids safe and to make sure that they're getting the education that they need and deserve. So, showing them a little kindness, a little appreciation goes a long way during this week and beyond. So, make sure you're showing teachers appreciation all the time. But since there's a week that's dedicated to it, let's talk about a few things that you could do for your child's teacher that would be super appreciated. I am a former teacher, classroom teacher. I'm still an educator. I work with a lot of tutors who are classroom teachers or former classroom teachers. I have family members that are classroom teachers. I have friends that are classroom teachers. So I've polled a lot of those people, and these are some of the things that they said they appreciated. So, number one, write a heartfelt thank you note, you guys. So, any gift that you give should be accompanied by a thank you note from you and from your child, and be specific about the things that you really appreciated about your teacher this year. Tell them what you loved about your child being in their classroom. Tell them the fun stories that your child came home and told you. Those thank you notes are by far the thing that teachers appreciate the most. I have saved every single thank you note that anyone has ever given me from a classroom and tutor perspective, and all of those drawings that your kids draw or the notes that they write. Teachers really enjoy and appreciate those. All right, next one, feed them, feed them, feed them. So a lot of people don't think about classroom teachers don't have a lot of time to eat lunch normally or snacks or anything really throughout the day. So giving them prepackaged snacks that you know that they like, seeing if you and some parents can stock that teacher lounge with snacks that people will like, that goes a long way. Also, you can talk to the teacher and say, "Hey, I would like to bring you your favorite lunch or your favorite Starbucks drink or your favorite fountain drink next week or in a couple weeks. What is it, and what would be the best time for me to bring it by?" So, if you are staying at home with your kids or you're working from home, that's something that you might be able to do for them. And you bringing that to them is going to be such a treat, and it's going to brighten their day because again, they can't like leave campus for lunch like a lot of us do at our normal jobs. Next one, it's totally free. If you have the time to do it, volunteer to help your child's teacher. So this year has probably been more overwhelming for teachers than any years past because they're having to deal with a lot. So teachers work really hard and they work way past their contract hours to get everything done for your child. And towards the end of the school year, getting inching towards summer, they're going to be having to do things like categorizing their materials and returning books and getting their classroom cleaned up and organized or packing it all up so that they can clear out of their classroom for everything to be redone. Um, Ask the teacher, tell them, first of all, I would like to volunteer X number of hours in your classroom. Tell me what would be the most helpful for you. They may even just send you home with some pencils to sharpen. But volunteering that time is going to show them that you really appreciate what they do and you recognize they're spending a lot of their free time in the classroom. All right, next one, gift cards. Who doesn't love a good gift card, right? Teachers are spending a lot of their own money on classroom materials, so giving them a gift card that you know that they will enjoy will be helpful. Target, Amazon, local restaurants, Starbucks, anything that you think that they will love. And if you don't know what they will love, go ahead and ask them or ask one of their co-teachers what they like so that you make sure that you give them a gift card that they'll actually use. Last one, say kind things to the principal, to the superintendent, to other teachers, to other parents. Make sure you're singing that teacher's praises if they've been a really great teacher for your child this year. A lot of times in education, the only feedback we get is bad feedback. So the principal's only hearing from the parents that are disgruntled. Or have a problem, and that can be a real problem. And so maybe shooting off an email to the principal or when you see them in the hallway, stopping them and saying, hey, we really enjoyed having Mrs. Jones as junior's teacher this year. And we just wanted to tell you that she's doing a really great job. That can go so far. And I bet you that the teacher's going to hear about that feedback and they are going to feel so appreciated. All right, two final thoughts for you as you're thinking about what you're going to gift your child's teacher next week. Teachers they don't keep track of what you are giving them. They're not thinking, oh, well, these people gave me an expensive, extravagant gift, and these people only gave me a card. They're not keeping track. They don't want super extravagant stuff from you. I mean, they will appreciate it and they would love it. And you should definitely not skimp out on the extravagant if that's your thing. But they're not keeping track. They just want something thoughtful. They want to be appreciated. And then second, if your kid's school doesn't already do this, consider advocating for the PTA or something like that to give parents, or not parents, give teachers a preference sheet at the beginning of the year where they get to tell you about their favorite scents and their favorite foods and their favorite drinks so that when it's time for you to show them a little love, it's easier because you can just look at that list and make sure they're getting something that they'll actually enjoy. What are you giving your child's teachers for teacher appreciation? I really want to know. Tell me what you appreciate about your teachers. We're going to be talking all about teachers next week and talking about the teachers that we love, so don't miss out. And I will see you back here next Friday.